So, students, today we will discuss the topic ratio. Okay, sorry, and the ratio. What do you mean by ratio? Ratio is simply the comparison of two similar data. Okay, so when you compare, you will get a number, and that is represented in the form of ratio. Okay, so this first one is a very basic question. Find the ratio of 32 centimeter and 1 meter. Okay, as we know, both are the unit of the length, but one is in the meter and one in the centimeters. So you have to convert meter into centimeter or centimeter into meter, means you have to make the units same. So we can compare. So I can write this 32 centimeter, and this is the solution. Okay, ratio 1000 centimeters. Okay, sorry, 100 centimeters. 1 meter have 100 centimeters. Okay, now you can simply write, or ratio is always written in the form of fraction like this. Okay, centimeter and centimeter cancel. This is 4 8 420, and that's 8 over 25, and you can write this as 8 ratio 20. Okay, now this is the solution for this. Okay, so in the ratio you can compare the same type of units, and first of all you have to make the units same. Here meter and centimeter is given, you have to convert the meter into centimeter, centimeter into meter, means you have to make the unit same. Then write in the form of the fraction, simplify that, and then write in the form of the simply ratio. Okay, here is your second question, and this question is from the book of class 10th Adarsh Agrawal. Okay, so there is three terms like A, B, and C, and the ratio of A and B is 5 ratio 6. Okay, and the B ratio is C is given, that's 9 ratio 11, and you have to find the A ratio, B ratio C, and A ratio C both. What you have figured out, that is term B is common in both the ratios. A ratio B have B term, and B ratio C also have B term. So there is a common term B, means we can compare on the basis of the B. Okay, now we have to equate B in the each ratio. Common term is you have to equate. So for equating, just find the LCM of the value of the B in the first ratio and in the second ratio. Means this is 6 and this is 9, and if we have to take the LCM, that is 16. So we have to make A ratio B equals to, just multiply the term with 3, that is 15 ratio 80. And in B ratio C, you also have to multiply with 2, that is 18 ratio 20. Okay, 3 5 are 15, 6 3 are 18, 2 9 are 18, and now you can directly write A ratio C equals to 15. Well, if this is 18, 18, this is, we can directly say A is equals to 15 and C is equals to 22. And when we have to write this, you can directly write 5. 15 is the value of the A, 18 is the value of the B, and 22 is the value of the C. And further, there is no simplification. So these are your answers. Okay. See, in this way you can combine the ratios. You can find the A ratio, B ratio, C, and this is the question from your book, and you can practice the next question same as this. Okay, so we have done the solution of this question, but when we have to combine, I am giving you the just and short trick. Okay, write the terms in the same order A, B, and C. Okay, A is 5, B is 6, this position is vacant, ये खाली है जगह. ओके, एंड द बी हमारा 11 है और सी बी 9 है और सी 11, एंड दिस पोजीशन इज आल्सो वैकेंट. सो व्हेन देयर इज ए नीड, हमारे पास कोई खाली है कुछ भी, तो हम किसके पास जाएंगे? अपने नेबर के पास जाएंगे कि बोलेंगे भैया हमें ये दे दो. तो हमें इस पोजीशन को हमें कॉपी करना है उसके नेबर से. Okay, this is also vacant, so we have to copy 9 here. Now, just multiply the terms above and in a column. That is 45, 54, and 66. So, your A ratio, B ratio, C is equals to, and you have to simplify also. That is 15 ratio 18 ratio 22, because this is cancelled with 3. Okay, you can cancel here also. Okay, and the same answer you get, and this is the trick. You can combine any number of terms in the ratio. Okay, so this is the next type of the question given in the book. Here, multiple of A equals to multiple of B equals to C. Okay, they are not the single values for A, B, and C. They are all the equals to each other in some common multiple, some multiple. Then in these type of questions, you have to let 3 equals to 5 be equals to 6, and you have to take a common term, that is k or a, b. You can let any term, but not used in the given value. So I highlighted that these values are equals to, because when you have to find a ratio, then there must be a common number that is cancelled. So you can write 3a equals to k, 5b is also equals to k, and 6c is also equals to k. From here you will get a equals to k over 3, b equals to k over 5, and c is equals to k over 6. Now you can directly find the a ratio, b ratio, c. That's equals to k over 3 with ratio k over 5, ratio k over 6. And absolutely k is in the every term, so it is cancelled with each other in each term, sorry, that is 1 over 5 and ratio 1 over 6. But the ratio is not written in the fraction, so you have to simplify the ratio again. When there are fractions in the ratio, you have to multiply the each term with the LCM of the number. So you have to multiply with 30. Okay, the ratio of the LCM of the 3, 5, and 6. So when we multiply this with 30, then you can multiply divide with the any number, but you must multiply each term with the same number. Okay, so okay, now this gives you, so I'm writing the answer here. Okay, so just putting a line, and that's equals to 10 ratio 6 ratio 5, and that's your answer. Okay, so in these type of questions, because A is sometimes of B is sometimes of the C, and you have to find A ratio B, इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस में हम क्या करते हैं कि कॉमन वैल्यू को लेट करते हैं. जब हमने इसको के लेट किया तो ए और बी और सी सारे के सारे के टर्म्स में है. फिर हमने देखा कि कैंसिल हो रहा है, कि कैंसिल हुआ तो नंबर जो है हमारे फ्रैक्शन के फॉर्म में है. तो हमने क्या किया, जो फ्रैक्शंस के डिनोमिनेटर्स है उनके मल्टीपल, तो उसका एलसीएम से हमने सारे टर्म्स को हमने मल्टीप्लाई किया तो हमें एक सिंप्लीफाइड रेशियो मिला, दैट इज 10:6:5. ओके, दैट्स 10:6:5 and that's your answer. Okay. Okay, so this is the next type of the question of the ratio, in which the ratio of two terms is given and you have to find the ratio of this. When the ratio of the terms is given, first you have to let simply let, okay, A ratio B equals to 8 ratio 5, then, and this is given. Okay, let A equals to 8k and B is equals to 5k. Simply, we have to introduce a new variable. Okay, A equals to 8k and you have to maintain the ratio. That's why that's equals to 8k and k is cancelled. हम यहाँ पे जब भी रेशियो गिवन होता है तो हम 8 और 5 के टर्म्स में कुछ भी लेट करेंगे और सेम वेरिएबल पुट करने से वो कैंसिल हो जाएगा और हमारा रेशियो मेंटेन रहेगा. Now you can directly put the value a and b in the given term. Okay, and you have to find this 8a minus 9, and this can written as 7a plus 5b upon 8a minus 9. Okay, so directly value put करो 7 into 8k plus 5 into 5k whole upon 8 into 8k minus 9 into 5k. Okay, for the solve करेंगे इसको तो ये आ जाएगा 56k plus 25k over 64k minus 45, and that's equals to this equals to this equals to this 81k over that's 9t. Okay, k is cancelled. 81 over 19, that's it equals to 81 ratio 90, and that's your answer. Okay, so you can do these type of the questions in which the ratio is given. You can directly put the value. You can also put the value 8 and 5, but it is better to put the value 8 into some variable and 5k like this. You can use x, y, z any terms, but always put like that. Okay, we will move on the next type of the question. So, okay, in the previous question, x ratio y is given, and you have to find like the these terms. But in this is given, and you have to find the x ratio y. Okay, so nothing to do with that. Simply write 5x plus 2y over 7x plus 4y equals to 13 over 20. Okay, ऐसा हम लिख सकते हैं. हाँ, ratio is expressed in the form of the fraction like this. Simply just do nothing, cross multiply the terms and take the terms x and y in LHS and RHS separately. हम अलग अलग करेंगे तो हम यहाँ पे हमको मिलेगा 100x plus 40y is equals to 91x plus 52. y का टर्म एक साइड करेंगे हम और x का एक साइड, तो 100x minus 91x equals to 52y minus 40y. क्या मिलेगा हमको? इसको क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करने पे ये है, हमें क्या मिलेगा? सिंपली 9x is equals to 12. ठीक, x रेशियो 5 y फाइंड करना है, वो x को इधर ले लो वाई को इधर ले लो और इसको इधर ले लो तो 12/9. Simply 3 4 ja 3 3 ja. So we can write x ratio y equals to 4 ratio 3, and that's your answer. And this is so simple. हमें कुछ भी नहीं करना है. जब भी हमारे पास एक्सप्रेशंस का रेशियो है, x और y में टर्म्स हैं, उनका रेशियो है, उसके बाद x रेशियो y अगर हमें फाइंड करना था तो इसको फ्रैक्शन के फॉर्म में लिखा, क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई किया, x को एक साइड किया, y को एक साइड किया, x अपॉन y निकाला, जैसे x अपॉन y आया वही आपका आंसर होता. ओके ओके. सो दिस इज द टॉपिक रेशियो. एंड हम अभी एक क्वेश्चन और करेंगे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 14 है ये. आदर्श अग्रवाल बुक को हम फॉलो कर रहे हैं. एंड क्वेश्चन क्या है? सिंपली x स्क्वायर प्लस 4y स्क्वायर equals to 4xy, and you have to find x ratio हमें निकालना. ओके. सो हमें यहाँ पे कोई क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई भी नहीं दिख रहा है, कुछ भी नहीं दिख रहा है ना. बट एक चीज तो है कि अगर हम गिवन टर्म्स को सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हैं. हाँ, तो आगे एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 4y स्क्वायर माइनस 4xy कर सकते हैं हम, इक्वल्स टू 0 हो गया. ये क्या है? एक्स स्क्वायर. ये क्या है? 2y का स्क्वायर है भाई. माइनस, क्या हम इसको तोड़ सकते हैं? हाँ. 2 इंटू एक्स दिख रहा है, 2y दिख रहा है, ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. अब ये हो गया x माइनस 2y का होल स्क्वायर इक्वल्स टू 0. ओके, दैट्स x माइनस 2y स्क्वायर में दिख गया. ए स्क्वायर प्लस बी स्क्वायर माइनस 2ab से हम इसको ये लिख सकते हैं. देन you can say x minus 2y is also equals to 0. ओके, लिख सकते हैं ना. चल, देन हम इसको फर्दर बोल सकते हैं कि x इक्वल्स टू 2y. देन x अपॉन y इक्वल्स टू 2. ओके, नाउ you can also, and 1 is everywhere, so you can write x ratio y equals to 2 ratio 1. Okay, so you have to use an identity of a minus b whole square also you have to frame. तो इसमें क्या करना है? a माइनस बी का होल स्क्वायर फ्रेम किया. जैसे ही फ्रेम किया हमें x माइनस 2y क्या मिल गया? 0. बस ये दिस इज योर, यहाँ से हमें क्या मिल जाएगा? आंसर. ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट टाइप पे मूव कर. सो देयर वन मोर बेसिक a in A ratio B. If that there is a term A ratio B, this is called antecedent. Okay, first term is called antecedent and second term is called consequent. Okay, this is the standard terminology of the ratio. This is called first term and second term also, but first term is always called antecedent and second term is called consequent. Okay, well, there is a ratio between two terms. Okay, so when ratio is given, consequent is given, this is the question uh, of the book, that is 16. Ratio is equals to 3 ratio 4. Consequent is equals to 144. Antecedent, you have to find antecedent. Okay, it equals to 1. So simply ratio 3:4, and you don't know antecedent, so write this over 144. You have to simplify. 4 3 ja 4 6 ja, antecedent is equals to 108, and this is the way. There is nothing to solve. The basic है. Okay, but you must know the terminology. Terms हमें पता होने चाहिए. ठीक है? चलो, अब एक वर्ड प्रॉब्लम करते हैं रेशियो का. ठीक है? So, this is the question number 17, and you have to read it. Two numbers are in the ratio 8:13. If 14 is added to the number, ratio become 2:3. अगर हमें नंबर्स का रेशियो पता है, गिवन है, देन सबसे पहला काम लेट नंबर्स को हम लेट कर लेते हैं. रेशियो गिवन है, तो फर्स्ट जो हमारा काम है वो क्या है, आर 8x, 13x. सिंपली रेशियो गिवन है तो यू कैन डायरेक्टली लेट द नंबर्स. अब हम कंडीशन अपना पढ़ते हैं. If 14 is added to the number, the ratio become 2:3. So according to question, हमने नंबर्स में ऐड किया क्या 14, और रेशियो उन दोनों का क्या हो जाएगा 2:3. तो we can write like this also. अगर हम 14 बोथ नंबर्स में ऐड करते हैं, उनका रेशियो निकालते हैं, तो वो 2:3 हो जाएगा. ये हमारे क्वेश्चन में दिया है. ठीक है, चलो अब this is very simple to solve. Simply cross multiply the terms and you will get 24x plus 42 is equals to 26x plus 28. Okay, then इसको इधर ले लो, इसको इधर ले लो, या इसको इधर ले लेते हैं. तो 24x minus 26x is equals to 28 minus 42, and you will get minus का 2x is equals to minus का 40. then x is equals to 7. x हमारा 7 आ गया. then नंबर्स जो हमने लेट किए थे उसमें x की वैल्यू पुट कर दो, इक्वल्स टू r, सॉरी r 8x था तो 8 इंटू 7 जा 56 हो गया, 13 7 जा 91. ओके, ठीक है. सो ये हमारा तरीका है इसको सॉल्व करने. सिंपली अगर रेशियो गिवन है, वैल्यूज को लेट करो, उसके बाद जो भी कंडीशन उसने बोला 14 इज एडेड टू द नंबर, 14 ऐड करना है. ठीक है, 14 ऐड करके रेशियो कितना हो रहा है 2:3. हम उसको 2:3 पुट करेंगे और सॉल्व कर देंगे क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करके. ठीक है, तो जब भी तुम्हें रेशियो गिवन हो तो ऐसे ही करते हैं. ठीक है, ओके क्लास. अभी हमने किए 17 तक. ठीक है, सो rest of the part of the exercise, rest of the type of the questions हम नेक्स्ट पार्ट में करेंगे. ठीक है, इसके बाद हम लेंगे टॉपिक प्रोपोजिशन. एंड अगर किसी को कोई पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक पढ़ना है तो यू कैन ऑल्सो गिव द सजेशंस एंड आई विल अपलोड द that topic. Okay, sure.